Hey everyone, welcome back to Business Brain Rot, where we break down the hottest stock moves in real time. Today, we're diving into this fresh Yahoo Finance article. Atlantic Union Bankshares stock is up, what you need to know. If you're into regional banks or just tracking the Fed's latest drama, this one's for you. Stick around as I screen record and walk you through every key detail. Hit that like button if you're bullish on banks, and let's jump in. Alright, kicking things off, the big news. Shares of Atlantic Union Bankshares, ticker AUB on the NYSE, popped 3.2% during the afternoon trading session. That's a solid green day for this regional banking play. As you can see here in the article, investors were snapping up equities left and right, even with some early jitters from the Federal Reserve's latest update. For context, this comes right after the Fed slashed its benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points yesterday, the first cut of 2025, and something everyone was expecting. But here's the twist. The market dipped at first after Fed Chair Jerome Powell's press conference, thanks to the infamous dot plot. It showed just one more cut likely in 2026, way below the 3 cuts Wall Street was hoping for. Let's break this down further. The Fed's move was all about a softening labor market. Think cooling job growth and those pesky economic signals. Lower rates? That's music to stock investors' ears. It slashes borrowing costs for companies, makes bonds less sexy, and funnels cash straight into stocks like AUB. Powell himself flagged some risks ahead, but the vibe on Wall Street? Pure optimism for looser policy. Result? Major indexes like the S&P 500 and NASDAQ are eyeing record opens. And AUB? It closed the day at $36.57. That's a 3.8% jump from the prior close. Not bad, right? Now, zooming in on AUB itself. This regional banker's been a bit of a roller coaster. The article calls out 10 moves bigger than 5% in the last year alone. Today's surge? Meaningful, sure, but not some game changer that rewrites the thesis. Year to date, AUB's actually down 1.1%, and it's trading about 16.1% below its 52-week high of $43.55 from back in November 2024. But long-term holders, take note. If you dropped $1,000 into AUB 5 years ago, it'd be worth $1,631 today. That's a decent compounder even in a tough banking environment. Flashback 27 days ago, AUB spiked 6% on another Powell powwow. That was at the Jackson Hole Symposium where he dropped some dovish hints. Inflation's cooling, unemployment's lowish, so rate cuts could be coming. Sound familiar? It's that same Fed tailwind pushing banks higher. The article ties this into broader themes too. Think how cuts boost everything from tech giants like Microsoft and Alphabet to consumer plays like Coca-Cola. But for AUB, it's all about cheaper funding for loans and deposits in the Mid-Atlantic region. So what's the core takeaway here? In a rate cut world, regional banks like AUB could thrive, lower costs, happier borrowers, and more M&A chatter. But watch that volatility. It's not for the faint-hearted. No fresh analyst targets in this piece, but if the Fed keeps delivering, we might see AUB testing that $43 high again. Pro tip, always DYOR. Folks, this isn't advice, just analysis. That's the scoop on AUB's rally, straight from Yahoo Finance. What do you think? Buy the dip or wait for more cuts? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this screen-recorded breakdown, smash that like, subscribe for more stock deep dives, and ring the bell. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.